Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 162nd Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the local 112, Union Gomez. Now as you can see, the figure comes in that standard Mezco box with some really great artwork of Gomez. And if we turn the box around, we can see the similar image of Gomez. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at our new Union Gomez. This is a pretty interesting figure, as I don't think really a lot of us expected this, but honestly, I'm here for it. I think it's really, really cool, and I'll let you know why as we go along. So, you know, Gomez has been a ninja, a samurai, a secret agent, a skateboarder, I mean, all this kind of stuff. So why not be a construction worker type of thing, a handyman, whatever you want to call it. So I think this is really, really cool, man. We do get a standard Gomez head here. One of my complaints would be that I'm surprised they didn't give us, like, they have multiple Gomez head options, so I'm a little, I don't know, maybe annoyed. It's not that really big of a deal. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but I do wish they had given us multiple versions of the head instead of just the one standard head. I think it would have been cool just to have the different versions. That's just me, but this one still works, and it's still a really good looking head sculpt. The winner here is going to be the soft goods, in my opinion. First of all, I love the overalls here. I think look great. Those little nice metal buckles, I think look awesome. The denim here just looks so good. And I love how it's almost like a dirty denim. I think it looks so good. The cuffed up sleeves at the bottom. The patches, like almost like leather patches for things for like the knees and things like that. Even the jacket here looks so good, dude. The denim, and again, how they made it a little dirty and like washed out, I think just looks so good. You got some nice work boots right here, looking really nice. Love that tread on the feet as well. We do get the Mezco M right there at the bottom, so those look really nice. And again, everything about this looks really good too. Even things like the hands, in my opinion, all look really good. I love the texturing on those and like the stitching work and things like that, how dirty they are. I love that a lot. You know, so it's nothing crazy. It's nothing really out there. He's just a blue-collar dude right here, man, you know, trying to earn his pay and taking care of his little baby roaches, all his little grubs, you know what I mean? So I do like that. It's, again, very different. Maybe not what all of us wanted. I know a lot of us wanted like a gunslinger Gomez and things like that. I've been personally wanting like a space cadet Gomez or something. I think that would have been really cool. But I love stuff like this too. It gives it a very real world feel, especially if you want to turn this into a custom, you know, pop off a Gomez head and put on a different type of human head. I think that works out too, and you got a really nice, cool, like construction worker character, which I think is great. So moving on to accessories now, we're going to go, of course, get the circular base stand, which again, I always say are my favorite stands for figures in this scale. You get the same image that we got on the cover of the box, the Collectors Union Local 112, which I think is pretty genius. I just love the way that looks. And of course, a clear articulated stand that we get with every Mezco figure. We also do get these really cool, nice vinyl decals. I love how these came out. You can see we got post-no bills. We got a image of that local 112 again. Buy war bonds. That's some propaganda stuff right there. I love this one right here, a little hazard caution. Grub at work. I think it's really cool. Some nice Gomez stickers and things like that. All really cool stuff. You even got like the little patches, I guess you could put on the like pants to make it look like his, like he's stitching back his clothes and things like that. So I think it's really cool. I do love stuff like that. I also love the fact that Gomez comes with some headgear. So we do get a really awesome hard hat that I think is great. Very nicely sculpted. Nice and dirty, how most hard hats are if you ever work on this type of site. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off the antenna. Just be very careful with those. Those have been known to snap every once in a while on people. So again, just be very, very careful. And there's little holes at the top of the hard hat like that. And you can plug those back in, and there you go. And I think I'm going to leave that on pretty much for the rest of his life after this review, because I really like the way that looks. We also do get a ton of interchangeable hands, which I think is great. Multiple types of gripping hands, multiple types of open palm hands. You get closed-fisted hands, pretty much everything that you're gonna need. I also love the fact that even with these like thick gloved hands, we're still able to get the hand where he's flipping the bird That's hilarious to me because, I mean, he's still ornery on the construction site, man. So I think that's super cool. I mean, because why the heck not, right? I just think they did such a good job with that. We also do get a ton of tools, which I think is amazing. I love how much stuff that they gave us. We have things like hammers, sledgehammers, multiple types of wrenches. We have a crowbar, I mean, screwdrivers, everything that you're going to need, which I think is super cool as well. It's really cool too, like even things like this wrench right here. This does actually function. So if you turn it one way, it goes up. If you turn it the other way, like so, it goes down. So that's actually really nice as well. A lot of these accessories here do have actual die-cast metal pieces, like this sledgehammer here. This whole head of this hammer is actually a die-cast metal, which I think is really cool. So I love that, and you can kind of hear that like that. So that's really awesome, man, that they're giving us really good quality stuff like this. It's a little weird that he has, I don't know, this is something stupid that I noticed. He has two flatheads. I mean, I guess they're different sizes, but you can't have, brother can't have a Phillips or an Allen, what do you call it, an Allen screw? Oh my God, like this is so stupid. Why am I even noticing? This is so dumb. But I also do really like the fact that he actually comes with an actual functioning tool belt. This is really cool, man. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the hands like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually just pull the arms back. We actually can take off the jacket like so. Just give it a nice pull back like that, very, very carefully. And then I'm going to go ahead and put those hands back on like that. Make sure those are nice and snug on there. And they do look kind of big once they're on his skinny little wrists. You'll see what I'm saying here. But there you go. And those look a little goofy, but again, I'm kind of here for it. So you can take the belt, and this is going to be kind of tricky for me to do on camera. You can take the belt, let's see here, wrap it around, and then my big fat fingers are going to try and do this, where you can actually clip it on like that. There you go, so that actually works out really good too. We do have functional pouches like that. Those just have foam inside them that you can take out, but you got a place for like the hammer that you could hang on there like that. Or if you want to take maybe the crowbar here and hang that on there. We get two little slots right here by this pouch. You could put things like those screwdrivers on there like that. So you could really load up the actual tool belt. And again, I think that's super cool, man. And you can really see more of his overalls like that. You can see things like his cuffed up long sleeve shirt here with a pinstriping on that, looking really cool. So again, just so much fun stuff with this thing. Next up, we also do get a little construction grub figure. I love this as well. He does come with his own a separate hard hat for himself that you can just slide on over the antenna right there. You can't remove the antenna, so they just slide on. Luckily, they're gummy enough that it doesn't really get in the way. And I love how he's rocking his little orange vest. And he does even have his own little sledgehammer as well, man. So I love the little grub figures, especially when the grub figures are themed with the Gomez figures. I think that works really, really cool, so I dig that a lot. And one of the big accessories that we're going to get here is his boom boom. What is Gomez without his boom boom? This thing looks awesome, man. So I love how you get the Mezco amps on there. You got the little different dials for stations and things like that. And I love how dirty and grimy it is. This is also kind of doubles as like a toolbox kind of thing. You also see what it's for in a second. But I love the dry brush and the wash. All that looks really, really good. Can pull this back and then open it up like there. And you could take some of the different tools, like the wrenches, if you want to put those in there and store those in there for like that. And there you go. And it can carry along his boom boom as well as his tools. So I think it's really cool. Now this does have an extra function. We do get another tool right here with a nice bendy wire on it right here. This is like a torch or some sort. I can't remember what it's called. But this thing is really nice. Mine already broke pretty much right out of the box. These wires are pretty stiff and a little tricky to form. So just be very careful, because mine literally just, I pulled it up out of the box, tried to unfold a little bit, and then this snapped off, so I'm gonna have to get that replaced. They don't plug in. They're supposed to be like connected to that. So it does look really good too. You have a lug nuts name right there. The torch end looks really, really cool. But we also do get different types of effects. You got a spark effect for like hammering. You do get things like a fire effect right here for the torch itself that you can plug in like that. Or you get this, I don't know what this effect is called, but I know it's for like, I don't know, welding and stuff like that. So a nice spark effect like that coming out for that as well, if it can focus. So, you know, it's really cool that they even have this. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to take these bendy wires right here and plug them into the side of the boom boom like that, because this is supposed to double as like the power source for that. What I do like, you even get like the pressure gauges you can plug in on the other side, so it turns into like a whole tool for Gomez as well. So I love that that's super functional. I love when they do this stuff like this. The boom booms are not just a stereo, that you could do all different kinds of different things with the different boom booms, and I think it's super cool. And you get really good detail for things like those gauges. I think all look great, man. So really fun stuff that they even added this. And to add even further detail to this, we're gonna go ahead and take off the antenna right here, pop off his hard hat, and he actually does come with a welding mask, which I think is really cool. You do get a clear lens right there. And this is kind of just gonna fold over the face like that, pull down the straps a little bit right there, and then you're gonna take the antenna and plug them back on like that. And I think that's really cool, man. See, now here's the thing, like, see, now that more I look at the welding mask on him, I really don't know what to go with. Do I go with the hard hat? Do I go with the welding mask? I don't know, but all of it looks super cool to me. So now moving on to articulation, of course, Mezco goes all out with the Rumble Society articulation, as Gomez here is definitely one of the best bucks that they do have. So the head and the neck are on ball pegs, so those roll around very, very nicely. Does turn left and right, looks up all the way that far, which is a lot better than some Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures for some reason, and even some Superman figures that should be looking up this far. So that's actually really good. Down all the way that much, and then pivot side to side. Of course, the antenna do roll around. Those are on the ball pegs. Arms can go all the way up, all the way down, up and out that far. We do get rotation at the bicep. We do get double jointed elbows. We get rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection, so that rolls all around, does turn left and right, crunches back and forth, and then pivots side to side. Hip joints kick forward up far that much, back not so much, out to the sides that far, which again is better than some Spider-Man figures. That's ridiculous. Rotation at the upper thigh, double jointed knees, and the ankles are on ball pegs, but they're a little bit on a high boot, so you're not gonna really get much. You're mostly gonna get rotate in a decent ankle rocker. Could be a lot better, but still. Overall, again, this is not gonna be for everybody. As I know, Gomez isn't for everybody. I get it. It's an original IP. Most people don't really care for the original IP stuff. I totally understand, but I am a Roach stan. I freaking love Gomez. I love that he can be whatever the hell they want to make him. If they want to make him a freaking Gomez unicorn princess, I don't give a damn. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to love it. I think they do great job here. Again, with the soft goods are incredible. I love the fact that we're getting like real world accessories. That's the main reason I like this figure. You know, we can get guns and swords and magic effects and all that stuff is really cool. But if you're just into this scale of collecting, you get some real world things that you can use for like diodes and displays and things like that, like sledgehammers and tools and all that kind of stuff, which I think really adds to just this entire line and just this scale of collecting. You know what I mean? It's always good to have stuff like that for any other figures in this particular scale. If you want them to have you having a crowbar, a sledgehammer, you know, there you go, you got it. So I think it's really cool that they're giving us stuff like this. And in my opinion, I'm cool if we get more stuff like this, man. I once said, give me a Apple Store genius IT tech guy Gomez. I don't care. I'll buy that too, man. With all his iPads and cell phones and things. I don't care. I think that'd be really cool. So again, I think this is super fun, very unique, and definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to a couple other Gomez figures from my collection. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Union Gomez. And yes, this is a really fun and unique version of the character. Yes, I love ninjas. Yes, I love samurais and spies and people with swords and guns, and I do love all that kind of stuff. But things like this are also really cool too. Again, I love the fact that we're getting more real world type of accessories, not just for Gomez himself, but for an entire 1/12 scale collection. These really come in handy for photography and things like that. And again, even if you don't like Gomez, this makes for a really cool custom figure if you want to pop on a different head. I think it's awesome just for that. But the soft goods alone are so well done. I absolutely love that it comes with a tool belt that can actually hold multiple tools. I think it's so cool. I dig the die-cast parts. I love the little mini construction grub, and I love the new boom boom. That thing is awesome. Yes, my wire tore, but I'm just gonna try and get it replaced. I don't know if that was my fault or it was just kind of like that out of the box. I don't really know, but still minor issue compared to how awesome this figure really is. Again, just something very unique, very fun, not for everyone, but for me, he looks great in my Mezco collection. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.